Hey everyone, welcome to GachaPencil episode 7. My name is Edric and I'm a character concept artist. In this channel, I talk about and narrate a character that is found in an anime, video game, or maybe even your favorite cartoons. I will introduce the characters a little, talk about what I think about them, and then I will give them a score at the end. If this is interesting to you, you should subscribe to the channel and also leave a like so that I know that you're a fan of anime and video games. The character rating will be from a 1-star common character to a 5-star ultra rare character. Today, we will be looking at a classic, the OG waifu, the Thai Queen, the first lady of fighting games, Chun Li from Street Fighter. Chun Li first appeared in Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, in 1991, developed and published by video game company Capcom. The fighting game format and genre as we know it today started with Street Fighter 2. The game introduced many popular characters such as Ryu, Ken, Gao, Zangief, and Chun Li that are still getting new iterations today. The version of Chun Li that we will be looking at today will be the one that is coming out for Street Fighter 6. The game looks really good to me and I'm very excited. Chun Li looks very different from how she has always been designed. She is now more mature than she has ever been. Street Fighter 6 takes place after Street Fighter 3. It might be a little confusing as the game's story isn't following a linear timeline, but Street Fighter 6 is at the latest part of the canon lore. We will be rating her character design based on a few points that I think are visually important for character designing. And so for the first point, let us take a look at Chun-Li's relevance. Okay, so we know that Street Fighter 6 takes place after Street Fighter 3. I am assuming that the world in the game is going to be very similar to Street Fighter 3. So if you take a look at some of the gameplay demos that are available on YouTube, you can see that the game is following a very street, back alley, hip-hop, graffiti kind of vibe. I would say it is following a little bit of the Street Fighter 3 feel and style. There is also the very traditional Asian style that they have shown. I think that they are trying to attempt an East meets West concept for Street Fighter 6. So Chun-Li's design would represent the eastern side of the game. I think in this regard, she fits well. She looks modern and well designed and very clearly Chinese. She looks more mature, older now. Her thighs are as thick as ever, as they should be. Given the more realistic style of the game, she also no longer wears bracelets with metal spikes on them, which I have always felt was a little out of place. I quite like how she's being represented. I think that Chun-Li gets a well-deserved 4 out of 5 for relevance. The second point is color palette. Chun-Li's traditional color palette has always been the same: blue, white, and yellow. I think that her color palette is very iconic, and when you think of a Chinese fighting character with this color palette, you are always going to think of Chun-Li. In past iterations of Chun-Li's design, blue was the primary color of her outfit, and it was a royal strong blue. This time, the use of white is more prominent and is very blended into her design. It is in fact the main color of her dress. Well, it isn't exactly white, it's more like really light blue. The yellow, which by the way I really mean gold, is also very desaturated. So everything almost blends together. While I understand that this feels more comfortable to look at, I very much prefer the strong blue that they used for Chun-Li previously. I feel that the current color palette for Chun-Li lacks character and personality. It's not very ugly, but I think it could be better if they were bolder with the use of blue on her. Maybe kind of like this. I mean, the game has such strong colors with their graffiti and splashes of paint. I feel that they were a little bit too conservative with their colors for Chun-Li. Color palette gets a 2 out of 5. And now for the third point, let us look at Chun-Li's silhouette shape. The silhouette shape is something that can convey a character's aura and vibe very well. So it is important that they get her right for this one. Chun-Li is a police officer and is always shown fighting crime and kicking criminals' asses. So she has to carry that character in her character design. Her silhouette shape shows her standing in a traditional martial arts stance with her hands posed kinda like Ip Man, right? I think this is good. This represents her use of Chinese martial arts very well. Though of course we know that her moves are fictional. like her reverse butterfly kick or her lightning barrage kick for example. She don't have any dangerous sharp edges on her. Like mentioned earlier, they even removed her bracelet spikes. So this now makes her more of a calm, relaxed and methodical kind of fighter. She has one foot out and leans most of her weight on her back leg. This is a defensive position and it would feel like she would rather you go to her and then she would deliver a counter attack. She is not here to kill you, but to simply do enough to take you down and enforce justice. I like how Chun Li feels in Street Fighter 6, so Chun Li's silhouette shape will get a 3 out of 5. For the last point, let us take a look at Chun Li's outfit and head design. Chun Li looks a little bit older now, more mature and more serious than ever. She is now a respectable, beautiful lady, not a little girl anymore. I think that her face was modeled really well. Unlike Street Fighter 4 and 5, which had a more stylistic animated art direction, Street Fighter 6 is going for a more realistic art style. Her head design is mostly the same, except that she isn't covering her hair buns anymore. Her fringe is now also shorter, showing off her forehead. I really like this touch. I think it makes her a more serious and classy character. Her outfit is one of the biggest changes Street Fighter has ever done to Chun Li. She is still wearing some sort of qi pao, not a traditional one, but one that is custom designed for her. She wears leggings as she always does, but instead of her white boots, she is now wearing something that looks like traditional martial arts shoes. She lost her spiked bracelets and now wears something more friendly, a pair of huge gold and black, I guess polygonal shaped bracelets. Okay, so I am a little bit conflicted with how I feel about her design here. I really want to like it, but if I am to be honest, the outfit feels really old. Like, I get that they are trying to be conservative with her outfit, but this almost feels like something that an auntie would wear. It's just that she is beautiful, so maybe she looks alright. I feel that she can lose her sleeves, and the area around her midsection could have some sort of design that would shape her waist, or maybe even a waist belt would work too. I like her head design quite a bit, but her outfit, not really. So I'm going to give her a 3 out of 5 for outfit and head design. Alright, so let's go over the rating that we have given her and see what her overall score is on GachaPencil. For relevance, it was a 4 out of 5. For color, it was a 2 out of 5. For silhouette, it was a 3 out of 5. And lastly, for outfits and head design, it was a 3 out of 5. Chun Li on GachaPencil is a 3-star rare character. Street Fighter 2 was one of the first games that I have ever played, and it is a series that I have always been following. I have played all the Street Fighters since then. Some I play more seriously than others. I think that the only one I haven't played was the first Street Fighter. So Capcom says that Street Fighter 6 will be released sometime next year in 2023. For you guys who don't play Street Fighter but want to try Street Fighter 6, the game is made easier than ever to play. That is a really good thing in my opinion, because firstly, fighting games are very intimidating to a lot of gamers, and there is a skill level entry before players start having fun, which is what I think pushes players away the most. And also for most of us who have been playing the game since the start, are a lot older now with work responsibilities and life responsibilities, will also find it difficult to put in time to learn a difficult game. So hopefully Street Fighter 6 will be a more pick up and play and have fun anytime kind of game, very much like Dragon Ball FighterZ or Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Street Fighter titles will also always come in versions, so they will release Street Fighter 6 first, then it will be Super Street Fighter 6, and then maybe Ultra or Champion Edition Street Fighter 6, however they want to name their game, with each release including more characters in the default roster. So what do you think of the new Chun Li design in Street Fighter 6? Do you like how she looks, or do you prefer the old design better? Personally, I like how she looks, but I don't think it is a better design than how she looked before. If you enjoy this content, or maybe have any characters that you want me to take a look at, just let me know, comment. I will be reviewing more characters every week, so join me to learn more about the characters you love. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you again next week.